Hi everybody, welcome back to Talk That Talk. So let's talk about Erica Banks, okay? Because she took to social media and she said that her friends have to have a certain physical look to hang out with her. So Erica is basically saying she can't go to the club with skinny girls and they have to have their hair right and they got to know how to dress. So let me play you guys the clip.
A certain type of look. If she don't look how I want her to look physically, I don't want her to come, because the look of everything is so important to me. Like, if she ain't thick enough, no. Her not did good enough, no. Can't dress, no. Skinny, no. And it's like, I don't feel like I'm discriminating. I just want a certain type of look. She could be the sweetest girl I ever met in my life, but if she don't look the part, I don't want her to come. Like, that's just not the vibe I'm on. Now, she can come to the cookout, she can come to the listening party, but the club, I feel like bitches gotta look a certain way to come.
So what do you guys think of this whole situation? Are you the type to befriend people that have a certain look? Do you think Erica Banks is wrong or right? I mean, she does have a right to choose who she wants to hang out with. I've just never heard anybody be just so blunt about it. So Erica Banks then responds to the backlash by saying that this is her opinion and this is what her preference is based on her branding. So someone chose to address Erica Banks by saying, but before you became a rapper with money and your body done, who the F were you before? Better humble yourself. And Erica Banks responds by saying, I was still Erica Banks. A BBL doesn't solidify who I am, and I can hang out with who I choose. Now, I do agree that she can hang out with whoever she wants to. We all have that right. But it just comes off a bit bad because she's basically saying, you have to have a BBL to hang out with me, or you have to have a nice body, hair, nails, everything got to be done to hang out with me when I'm going to the club. And I guess she wants to have a certain brand when it comes to her, a certain look, and her friends got to fit into that look, into that brand. Okay, so what do you guys think about that whole situation? Now let's move on to Coi Leray. So Coi Leray has gone to social media and she is saying that someone is paying blogs not to post her. She's also saying what's in the dark will come to the light and that hurt people hurt people. Now, this was around that whole Super Freaky Girl remix time when it was coming out. So there is talk that people think she's talking about Nicki Minaj, right? So Rolling Ray actually responded to this and said, baby, you're not Beyonce, Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, nor Cardi B. What is there to keep up with when your debut album ain't even sell more than 11,000 copies? You had so many features, but when the talent doesn't add up with the sound, this is what happens. Now, Coi responds by saying, I don't know what Rolling Ray talking about, but I do know that I prayed for him when he was in the hospital. Rolling Ray then responds back and says, you saying you was praying for me, but just 1 month before I entered the coma, you were in my city doing club events saying F me. He also says, bye Big Red, stop stealing cheers, you dropped the spirit stick, because we all know that Coi Leray and Rolling Ray had an issue a while back over the big purr little saying, okay, that Rolling Ray came out with, and Coi Leray basically took that and made a song, and basically you would have thought she came out with it since she is, more known. Her music was out there. People were saying it, I guess, thinking that she came up with that, and he really came up with it. So they already had issues. So what do you think Coi Leray is talking about? Who do you think Coi Leray is talking about? Who is paying someone to not post about her? And I mean, honestly, there's not that much going on with Coi Leray. She did just drop a song earlier this month, but it's not really being talked about a lot. It didn't really cause a lot of noise, to be honest. So I don't know who she thinks her enemies are. So what do you guys think? Now, I wanted to move on to Cardi B because Cardi B addressed the rumor that she does black magic, and she went on live and she had this to say.
out there that I do fucking black magic, yo. No, I don't play that shit. I don't need that shit. My destiny is my destiny. Your destiny is yours. I don't need to do anything on nobody for thing. I always, if I you know what's so crazy? When I pray to God, you know what's so crazy? When I pray to God, and I feel like so many people, so many enemies are like just trying to disturb me, trying to drive me nuts. I don't tell God to punish them. You want to know why? You cannot tell God to punish their own kids. Because whether you feel like somebody's fucked up and is doing grimy things to you, you cannot ask God to punish them. Because you cannot ask God to do something bad for their children. You feel me? So I just be like, God, handle my enemies the ways that you want to handle them. I don't ever have to do no weird freaky deaky shit. People have found pictures of me and Fefita La Grande. If y'all know Fefita La Grande, she's a staple in the Dominican Republic, and they have been making memes that she's my grandmother that does the black magic. I don't do none of that shit. Not only do I don't do that shit, I don't practice that. If you practice it, that's you, but that's not me. But I don't even ask God to, when I pray, to punish my enemies or something bad's happened to my enemies. Because at the end of the day, whether you don't get along somebody or you don't fuck with somebody, or whether they're doing bad things to you, they are God's child.
So Cardi B addressed this rumor. This rumor came out when Nicki Minaj was going all over Twitter, subbing people, and the Barbs were subbing people. And, Megan and Cardi were definitely the people that were being subbed. Okay. Along with some other people, because there was a lot of hate that came these past few weeks just in Nicki Minaj debuting #1 for Super Freaky Girl. When she got the MTV Video Vanguard Award, there was hate. And when she did the remix featuring other female rappers, there was hate. There's been a lot of hate very, very recently. So Cardi B chose to address this rumor that came up out of all of this Twitter nonsense that's been going on. So what do you guys think about that? Okay. So Cardi B, what this tells me is that Cardi B is watching. She's looking at what is being said about her. And I definitely think that, I think both of them are watching what the other ones are saying. So let me know what you think about that. Now, let's move on to Beyonce and Cardi B, because Beyonce sends Cardi B a vinyl of the Renaissance album with a written personal message. Now, we talked about how Beyonce sent one to Megan Thee Stallion. Not surprised, Megan Thee Stallion is signed to their management. But she sent Cardi B one, and she also, remember guys, when Beyonce came out with the Break My Soul song, she put out her first TikTok and Cardi B was featured in it. So she sent Cardi B a vinyl of the Renaissance album with that written personal message on it. So it seems like Beyonce is not here for the drama, and she is not picking sides, because Beyonce also is cool with Nicki Minaj as well, which I think is typical Beyonce. Beyonce's not here for the drama. You'll never see her going back and forth with people. Beyonce doesn't even give us interviews like that. So this is typical Beyonce, and she is not trying to pick sides with the girls, okay? Now, I wanted to talk about Porsha Williams really quick, because she got brought up into this whole thing because she posted a Instagram story that basically was a diss to Nicki Minaj. So Porsha Williams is from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she's currently no longer on there. She may return, but she posted up a picture of a bunch of female rappers who are like really iconic from back in the day. You had Missy Elliott on there. It was a ton of rappers on there, and basically it says, "Thank you for making Not You" on Nicki Minaj's picture, female rap about unity. Okay, so she actually went back to social media and said that, she didn't really fully look at the whole post. I guess she's saying she didn't notice that part, but she don't got no issues with Nicki Minaj. But I just don't understand. How did you not see that part in the post? How did you not see that? Who's controlling your Instagram? I don't know. So that was really, really interesting. So what do you guys think about that whole situation? Because Nicki Minaj will come for the reality TV girl. She just came for Garcelle, who's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because they did that interview with Jennifer on The Real, and Garcelle is on, well, The Real's no longer here, but she was a host on The Real. So, Porsha, just read what you're posting, okay? Because Nicki Minaj will address you publicly if she feels the need to. Now, I wanted to talk about Ari Lennox. So, we talked about Ari Lennox album dropping, I believe, on September 8th. It was called Age, Sex, and Location. All right. But I want to know, where is Ari Lennox fans at? Because it's reported that her album, Age, Sex, and Location, debuted at number 69 on Billboard 200, and it sold 12,000 copies. Now, I did listen to the album. I've been listening to it. I was a little late, but I have been listening to the album, and I like quite a bit of songs on the album, as expected. But where are her fans at? So people are saying that Ari Lennox deserves better than this, and that Twitter always hypes up artists and rushes them to put music out, but they don't support. So what do you guys think about this? Have you listened to Ari Lennox's album? Are you a fan of hers? What do you make of the sales of the album? So that is all that I have for today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.